Right guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now before we get started, you know the routine, you know what you have to do. Make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you get your notifications, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos, guys. A lot of videos, a lot of gems on, you know, the entertainment industry and little tips here and there. I dropped my other video, playing my music, which you guys loved, by the way. So shout out to everybody that messaged me and reached out to me. Super dope. You guys really appreciated that video. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll do another one. So today, hey, at first I kind of wanted to do a video on like confidence and, you know, having confidence about your product or your music, or if you're a dancer or if you're a producer, just having confidence with whatever you have to do whatever you need to do. But as I was kind of planning and thinking about it, I was a bit like, but hold on, before you can even have confidence yet to be stepping to anybody, like I said in my previous video, make sure you guys check that out, play my music, you need to make sure there are two kind of things that kind of stand out to me, and it is quality. Everybody take this down: quality and value. Quality and value. Like I said in my previous video, before you can even step to anybody to entertain you, you need to make sure that your product is of quality, it's up to scratch, it's up to standard, you've done everything you needed to do. And if you're not sure of the things that you actually need to do, make sure you guys go and check out my previous video, like I said, and it will give you all the tips and all the breakdowns of some of the things you need to do. So I'm kind of not going to go into that, but making sure your stuff is of quality and of standard first and foremost before you decide to step to anyone. Making sure your stuff is of quality, is of standard, that if you give it to anybody, it's so undeniably good, they cannot reject you, or they cannot say no, or they cannot ignore you. Sometimes, yeah, your product is so good that you don't even have to say too much. It will get to a point where you're so good at what you do that you will not even need to introduce yourself. And we see examples of that with like people like Drake and people like Future, or we see people like dancers like Michael Jackson, you know, or producers like Pharrell. Like if we look at those type of people, they're so good at what they do that they need no introduction. Their stuff is so on point that no more talking again. No more talking again, because their stuff is of point. So I feel like making sure your stuff is of quality is so important. And then I think that kind of ties down into value. Now this is where my frustration comes in, when a lot of people message me, yeah, and I feel like having value and adding value is very important. And before you even approach somebody, yeah, to ask them to help you do this or support you to do that, you need to ask yourself, what are you bringing to the table? That is the first thing that you should be trying to figure out. Before you even step to somebody to approach them to say, oh, can you do this for me? You should have already understood and pre-planned what you can do for them. And I feel like that is business 101, and I feel like that is where a lot of people are going wrong, because you're reaching out to people with your product, or I can do this, I'm a sick dancer, or I'm a producer, or I'm a writer, or I'm a musician, can you help me, can you help me, can you help me? But it's like, why should we help you? Do you understand that? What is in it for us? At the end of the day, this is industry, and it's music business, it's an entertainment industry, and how business works is through transactions. You do something for me, I do something for you, or you do something and you'll benefit off this way, you'll make money X, Y, Z, and I benefit off doing this or receiving this X, Y, and Z. So it's a transaction. So a lot of you don't understand that. Mistake you can ever make in this industry is thinking that everybody's doing this thing for fun and for free. And that is why it's a business. Like, I feel like, do some of you understand this? Like, this thing is not for fun. It's not for joking. It's not for playing around and acting silly. It's literally a business. So before you step to somebody, it literally has to be like, okay, this is what I have, and if you help me, this is what you get out of it. This is what XYZ. This is you help me do this and you will get this. It's like nobody signs you for fun. If you're a musician and you're looking to get signed or looking to get management, everybody's looking to get something out of you. Yeah, and if people do help you and they do want to support you out of the kindness of their heart, they can do that. But it's not by force, and they don't have to. Do you understand? And understand that sometimes support is short term. If somebody supports you, they might listen to your music here, or watch one of your videos here, or listen to one of your tracks here, or whatever, and that might be it as far as support. But if you're looking for a long-term partnership or long-term support, you have to be bringing something to the table. You cannot just be going around asking people for things. And this is what I don't understand, like how people have such confidence, yeah, to go around asking people for things. Like, how can you ask people? I mean, I know how you can do it because a lot of you do it, you know, but it's like, for me, it's like I've never asked anybody to help me if I'm not bringing anything to the table. The first thing I think of is, okay, what do they get out of this? What would they get out of helping me? Do you understand? Like, what am I bringing to the table? Do you understand? It's literally a transaction. You do this for me and you'll get this. Do you understand? So a lot of you are coming with your music and your content and all your stuff, but it's like, help me. And then the thing is, it's like, as well, it's like, help me, and then it gets to the point where some people will even go as far as to like start begging, or, you know, my mum did this and I come from this and I don't come from money, and I don't, and it's like, the industry is not run on excuses. And these, yes, but we all have hardships and we all have difficulties. This is a business, and so it's about adding value, and it's about adding value and making sure that first your stuff is of quality and it's of standard. And once you do that, it's like, okay, cool. You know, I've had people come to me with all sorts. Can you be my PR? Can you be my manager? Can you do this? Can you do that? What am I getting out of doing it? Do you understand? If I can't see the value in you, you are not valuable to me. Do you understand? And that's just how it goes. Yes, people will help you. And yes, you know, there are some people who will... I listen to a lot of people's music. I don't charge. I don't, you know what I mean? I could do. I could charge. I don't. And if I'm going to do such things, it's out of the kindness of my heart. But it means that I will not do it all the time. Because if I'm doing it all the time, now I need to start seeing the value of it. So for me, it's like, yes, we can talk about, I felt like, yes, we could talk about confidence. And yes, we could talk about believing in your source, believing in your grind, believing in your hustle, going hard, executing, planning and execution, plan and execution, deliver. But I think from what I'm noticing the same patterns from people. And I'm like, okay, before we even start talking about believing in your source and confidence, we need to talk about value and we need to talk about quality, because I feel like those two things are missing when I talk to people. And I talk to a lot of people. Like I say, the DMs is always crazy. I talk to a lot of people and I try to advise people and I try to guide people, but I feel like it's going to get to a point where you're really going to have to help yourself, because at the end of the day, you never know who's watching, and you could have somebody very big come on your page and not see any value, and so then you're not valuable to them. Okay, so then it's on to the next person, and they go and look at the next person, they see, are you of value? It's about being valuable. It really is about being valuable. And I could tell you so many stories. Like, I've had big artists come to me and be like, can you plug my music to a lot of the UK industry people, or, you know, the UK entertainment industry, like the DJs, the presenters, the radio hosts, can you plug my... And I'm like, I could, but why should I? Do you understand? I'm not a part of your team. So I could do it out of the kindness of my heart. But that's a big job, because what you're asking for is a PR. So you want me to be your PR for what? For free? Do you understand? And it's like, where do you people find the audacity? Do you understand? Like, a whole big artist, like, where do you people find the audacity? We are all trying to eat. I think we're all trying to eat, and we're all trying to grind, and we're all trying to build, and I think you need to understand that. And I've had, let me know if there's any opportunities so that, you know, we can both do our thing, we can both eat. What is we can both do our thing? What do I get out of? And the thing is, one thing I don't want to do, yeah, is sound harsh, and I don't want to sound like, oh rah, like wow, really, because there is support, and I will always support, but one, it's not an expectation. And the way some people be coming with their chest, yeah, big and bold, to be asking you for things, I always have to remind people, be respectful. And if you are going to DM a numerous number of entertainment people to support you, and you have nothing to bring to the table because you haven't planned it out and you haven't thought it through, you don't know the 101s of business, you haven't really studied the business of your industry, at least come humble, at least ask nicely. Don't ever, the biggest mistake you can ever do is just drop your music in my DM. No introduction, no nothing. I will air that so quickly, like just so fast, like that's the worst thing you can do. Another thing that you should never do is like not introduce yourself. You want somebody to do something for you for free because you haven't planned what you can bring to the other person's table. You haven't even thought about the 101s of your business industry, like I said before. So you're just coming with, play my music, support my music, I'm a dancer, introduce me to all these musicians, I'm a producer, I want to meet some artists, I'm a writer, can you help me? Okay, what do I get from it? And the funny thing is, this industry is cold. This industry is cold and it's fast. So this is my big advice. This is what I'm seeing. I'm noticing a massive pattern, and so I felt like I need to come and do a video on this before I even start talking about confidence and believing in yourself, believing in your product, marketing. I think there's another video I need to do on marketing because a lot of you have asked me about marketing. But this is a form of marketing. Obviously, going into everybody's DMs and emails and sending them your press packs and all this other stuff, this is a form of marketing. But if your product is not of quality and you haven't added value to anybody, then it's pointless. I promise you, yeah, one of the best things you can do before you do anything or you want to ask anybody for anything, yeah, add value. What will the person get out of it? Before you think about what they can do for you, you need to think about what you can do for them. I promise you, it is the formula, it is the plug jewel, it's the gem of all gems. It has been one of the biggest keys to my success, in my little success that I've had in this thing of presenting. Before I even approach anybody, it's like, this is what you're gonna get from doing this, and this is what I have. And then it's like, okay, so what is it? Okay, this is what I have. You understand? You're gonna make 5 grand off of this. 5 grand off of what? Okay, this is the product. You see what I'm saying to you? This is business 101. And I feel like you can be mad at people for just slapping their music and their content in your DM, but I feel like people don't know this stuff. I feel like people just genuinely don't know. So you can't be angry. You can't be mad. You really can't be. And I do get frustrated, and you know, I do rant on social media, like, and I do tell a lot of people off, like, brother, don't approach me like that. But I think it's just a thing of that a lot of people just genuinely don't know. And it's like, okay, cool. Let me show you the way. Let me help you a little bit. Let me gem you small. You get, let me just gem you small, because some of you genuinely don't know. But quality, I promise you, I promise you. Don Jazzy even said it, even after the video I did, Don Jazzy even said it on Twitter about 2 weeks ago. Someone said, oh, Don Jazzy, I really like you to hear my music. I really want the opportunity for you to hear my music. He said, I'm listening, but I've been on your page and there's not even no music on there. My brother, step up, because you never know who's watching, you never know who's listening. And so for me, the first thing I'm thinking is, how can you seek someone like Don Jazzy's attention, who is very busy, and he gives it to you and you're not even ready? And this is why I say to people, stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. Your quality is there. If you was trying to seek someone like P. Diddy's attention and you had 2 minutes of his attention, you've already figured out what he can do, what you can do for him. This is my music. If you know, I'm a big artist, I already have a massive fan base this is what I bring to the table. If you sign me, this is what you would get out of it. We would have a banging career, we would tour, I have international fans. So now he's listening. P. Diddy is intrigued. He's like, yeah. You know, I don't know if a lot of you have been seeing, but a lot of, like, there's been a lot of, like, screenshots of people DMing Drake for features, DMing Jeremiah for features, and they're doing it. Somebody DM'd Drake for feature and he gave it to them. Why? Because before that person DM'd Drake, they already knew that their product or music was of quality, and they already knew that they had value. Drake is a very busy person, so if you give me this feature, this is what you will get out of it. Whether it's a whole new fan base because that artist is from a different country and already has his quality and his product set up already, so whether it's a whole new fan base or whether it is another business opportunity or whatever. So Drake knows, because Drake is never going to give you a feature just because he's trying to help you. Nobody is. This industry is cold. Nobody's ever going to give you handouts. And this is why I keep saying there's no such thing as handouts, and stop wanting things for free, because it doesn't work like that. And I've said it so many times on my social media. There's no such thing as handouts. Just cut it out. So if you want something for somebody, make sure you know what you're bringing to them first before you even come and, you understand, before you even come and be disturbing people. There's no such thing as handouts. Stop begging and start working. Seriously, like, stop begging and start working. And get on with it. And just get on with it. And so for me, it's like, and then with that, it's confidence and it's hard work and it's dedication. And this is for every industry, because when I talk, I just want to talk about the entertainment industry, which covers everybody from writers to producers, down to dancers, down to the artists, down to record label owners, the whole 9 yards. Do you understand? You have to bring value, you have to add value. Add value. Everybody say it with me. Add value. Seriously, I cannot stress this enough. And I feel like, because I do feel like a lot of people are sitting on gold, but they don't know how to sell it. You see, ooh, word. Like, let me say that again. I feel like a lot of people are sitting on gold, but they don't know how to sell it. That's one of the biggest and most scariest positions to be in, because you might be sitting on great content that could actually take you from where you are to where you want to be, but your approach is so wrong. Your approach is all over the place, and you've added value to nobody. You're just like, I have a gold bar, I have a gold bar, oh my god, I have a gold bar. You're going to everybody, I have a gold bar, and everybody's like, okay, but you're not saying, I have a gold bar, and if you buy this gold bar from me, you will make 100,000, and you will make profit on top of the profit you already have. You see, so it's all about adding value, what you can do for them. Before you slap your content and your music in people's inboxes and be bombarding people, add value. What do you bring to the table? Why should people help you? Why should I support you? Why should I listen to your music? oh, I'm a good artist, oh, I've worked hard. So has the rest of the world. So has the rest of the world. I'm a great dancer. So am I. Me too. Do you understand? Like, what else have you got? Do you understand? So I think it's very important. I think quality and value. Then will come confidence. Believe in yourself. Believe in your product. But I feel like when you know what you're bringing to somebody else's table, you will come with confidence and chest and vim anyway, because you're gonna have to need all these things in order to sell this thing to somebody. Because you're not gonna be like, oh, I have this thing but I'm not quite sure, you know, how it will best benefit you, but I think you will like it. Like when people say to me, I think you'll like my music, you should listen to my music because I think you'll like it. Do you really? Do you think I like it? What about all the 112 people in my inbox who are also telling me they think that I like their music too? It's like, no, marketing is not good again. Your marketing is not good again. Like, no. I have this music, I've created this track, it's about X, Y, and Z. Take a listen. I think it has that radio vibes. I think it will be able to hit off on the radio airways. And I feel like if somebody was to come to me and say, I think my music would bang on radio, or I think my music would hit on the radio, it just would sound so much better on radio and it has that radio quality, I'm more likely to be like, what has radio quality? Let me hear this thing that has radio quality. It might be good, it might not, but guess what? I've listened to your music. You've got me to listen to your music. I've listened. Do you see? So watching my video, guys, I think that's I kind of covered everything I wanted to cover. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Christina Carmel, and subscribe to my channel, and we'll have a beautiful, informative relationship. Everybody say amen. Bye guys.